Hello, online friends. Are you a procrastinator? You have that launch or program idea in your mind, and just the thought of launching it and getting out the door holds you back. I was that weird child who loved to organize when it was a rainy day out. Organization is my middle name. And so I love to write lists to cross them out. I am here to help you as a certified launch manager plan your next launch in 5 easy steps. Hi, my name is KARRIE from KMB Digital. As I mentioned, I'm a certified launch manager and certified master marketer. I love lists, and I want to break it down for you in 5 easy steps to help get rid of that overwhelm so you can launch that program, group program, course, membership, whatever it is. The first step, number one, is the easiest step. Open up your planner, pick a date, and commit. I suggest you're going to pick a date between 8 to 12 weeks out. Potentially it could be 6. It depends on a couple of things. One, if you are launching a course, is your course already created and therefore you just need to launch it? Or is the course creation process need to be factored in? If you are launching a program, maybe it's a group program, do you have materials already created? Do you have an outline of what it is you're going to be talking about, or like how you're going to lay out your group program? If you need to create any of these things, same goes with the membership too. If you have it created, or sometimes we launch something before it's actually created in like a beta launch, and that's okay, but you need a plan or an outline so that you can talk about whatever it is you're going to be creating, and your audience and those buyers are going to help you create in that beta launch. What is the transformation you're going to give them? So you need to have that figured out. You can't just like, hey, oh, by the way, I'm going to launch this thing, and you want to try it out and be willy-nilly. And so you're not going to attract people if you aren't solving their problem. So one is content created or an outline created, whatever that is. Number two is, are you showing up online consistently already? You don't want to be one of those like friends you may have had in childhood where you only see them when they need something from you. And that is the most awful feeling. One, I don't want to be that friend. I don't want to be perceived as that friend that just shows up. And so you need to be showing up consistently. And I don't mean you have to be showing up every single day, posting every single day, but just be consistent. Are you engaging with an audience, whether it's Facebook? Are you putting out a YouTube video? Are you putting up content on Instagram? Whatever the platform is, are you showing up consistently? If you're not, I would lean towards the 12-week time frame. Also, too, look at your audience, your email list. In that 12 weeks, are you going to need to promote a lead magnet or run ads because you want to get additional people on your list? And so those are the 3 different things. Are you showing up consistently? Do you have a plan and content created? And do you need, like, how much do you want to grow your list before launching? So taking those things into consideration, open up your planner, pick a date, and commit. So that's number one. Number two is analyzing your tech and your team. So when I say a team, it could be a team of 1, it could be you and a VA, it could be you and a team of 5. Who is on your team? What do they do? Get clear on that. You may have a VA who is a rock star social media person, graphics creator, but doesn't know how to work an email service provider. And that's okay. Take an honest look at your team. Who does what and where can they help you? Because if you have a team member that doesn't enjoy what they're doing or doesn't do it well, that is just not going to have a positive outcome at the end. So look at your team. You may need to use this time to hire. So not that you need to hire a full-time employee or a retainer Facebook ads manager or a graphics person. It doesn't have, like, all those dollar amounts are adding up. If that freaks you out, don't worry. If you need help with graphics creation, for example, and your VA does not do graphics, you can easily hire that out. Maybe you need help with the tech. Launch tech freaks you out. Your VA is more like admin and not tech. You can bring in a tech VA. For example, I'm a tech VA. I do launch tech setup in a day. So don't let the tech hold you back, but at least be honest, figure out what you need to hire out for. And so that may be something else you need to give yourself time for. The other thing is look at your tech. You don't want to be learning a new platform right before a launch. And so do you have, so going back to the course example, do you have your course created? Is it uploaded to a Teachable, Thinkific, Podia, ClickFunnels, FG whatever it is, the platform? Do you have a platform that you can build landing pages on? Do you have a lead magnet already set up? Like I create lead magnets. I use Elementor on my website. That's where my lead magnets are. So for example, if I am going to create a sales page, I could create a sales page on my website, or I also have a course on ClickFunnels, for example. And so what do I already have? What am I using? What am I comfortable with? Is my email service provider one? Ideally, this should be already in place, fingers crossed, because I hope that you have an audience, or at least the start of an audience, and have that piece already set up. No worries if you don't, but also within your email service provider, you may have access to, or you may have to pay like a slight upgrade fee, depending on what plan you are on, to have landing pages. Landing page is different than a sales page. Usually you can't build out like a full sales page. If you're selling a program or a course, you need maybe a sales page, maybe like I use ConvertKit. It's great for opt-ins. I wouldn't build a full sales page on it, but you don't have to let that hold you back. You can easily launch with a Google Doc, make it look a little prettier. People, especially like with a beta launch, people have launched with much less. I'm all about simple and easy. And if it's, course platforms can be expensive. And so sometimes if you can't swing the investment, start out with the Google Doc. So look at what you have, maybe what you need, or maybe need to put in place. And that I would say get on that pretty quickly so that you can be comfortable with that if you need to get comfortable with it by the time you launch. So number 2 was analyze your tech and team. Number 3, review the launch components that you need. If this is a brand new launch, you're going to be creating a lot, so therefore you may need a longer time frame to get this stuff created. Ideally, the first thing you want to look at, do you have a lead magnet so that you can be promoting that, adding people to your email list? If you haven't been doing it consistently, you may be sitting there on your hard drive. Dig that baby out and start promoting. So look at your lead magnet. Is your lead magnet set up? Do you have a landing page, a thank you page, and a welcome email sequence after that set up? Fantastic. Do you already have like graphic templates that you could modify for your launch? It already has your brand colors and fonts. You just need to change the words and make it launchy. You can do that. The emails, look, you're going to want to go into your email. I'm a self-proclaimed email hog. I love templates, whether it's graphics or email. I love templates. Templates are life. If you are going to be writing them yourself, get some templates. If you need any recommendations, I have a couple of template packs that I really like. I can definitely give you those recommendations. So check on these things. Is your lead magnet set up? Do you have things that you can repurpose already, like the templates, whether it's graphics or email? And then even with emails, like you could repurpose things, what has worked. You're going to want to talk the language and messaging of your ideal customer. And so make sure that is pulled out. Maybe you can just use some emails that you have sent one-offs on. Can you just slightly tweak that? The number 4 is choose a platform to show up consistently on, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, I don't know. Pick, if you're, and I say this specifically if you're not showing up regularly, pick one place and start showing up there before you go to all the places. Again, you don't want to be that friend that just shows up because they're going to launch something. So start now, even if it's just posting a meme, a quote, take a picture, what's happening behind the scenes, let people know what you're doing. Get into the habit of showing up consistently. And number 5 is to create a to-do list. You've taken stock of what you use, and so now you got to create a to-do list. I've made this easy for you. I have it's called the Panic Free Launch Planner. I'm going to put the link above or below, wherever, I think above. Then you can use that as your jump off point. It has tabs for putting in your dates, your team members, what needs to be done. And so you can assign who's going to do what and by when. And it has almost every step that you should need. And like, I don't know if you're like me, where I can lay up at night and keep myself awake making these lists in my head, and then I don't write them down. I don't want that for you. So I created this launch planner to help you start planning, and it lists all the tasks. So maybe there's something there that you might not have thought of. I hope that it jogs your memory. You can sign up for that anytime. And so I hope this was helpful. Please, if you have any questions or comments, drop them below and I will respond personally. Definitely sign up for the planner to get you started. I think that I'm going to start a series. This is the very first one on like planning your launch. I'm going to do another couple of not emails. I'm going to be creating some other videos. So I think the next one will be on creating that pre-launch content. That's the launch runway. So that's using your lead magnet, for example, to get people on your list, showing up consistently. You may be like, oh my God, what am I going to say? I'm going to help you figure that out with your pre-launch content. Also, launch metrics is something that people need help with. I know for me, I've launched courses and group programs myself. I've gone through programs and they're like, okay, have good, better, best goals, track this and that. And I did not know what I should be tracking and then what the purpose of it was. And so I'm going to help you like what you should be tracking. And then we'll do a post-launch debrief. Now that you've had these analytics, like how do you decipher and what does that mean? And so how you can use the analytics, tell a story, or not analytics, metrics, whatever you want to call it, tell a story. And so what can you learn from that? Because you don't want to recreate the wheel every single time you launch. Look at what worked, what didn't, how you can improve, and then use that to jump off of the next time you launch, because we want to keep on launching every 2 to 3 months, ideally. Then another topic I think I'm going to be sharing is about launch boosters. So what happens if you're in the middle of a launch, things aren't going as planned, people aren't signing up? What can you do to get some extra eyes on your content, extra sales from people who don't seem to be engaging? And so keep your eyes out for those videos coming up. And if you have any comments, like I said, put those below and make sure you sign up for my Panic Free Launch Planner. Take care.